Random facts you need to know.
Did you know that the Converse rubber shoe company, world famous for their Chuck Taylor All-Star sneakers, has a family connection to the first murder during a bank robbery in American history?
What? What the f?
On December 15, 1863, during the height of the Civil War, in Maiden, Massachusetts, the postmaster, Edward Green, years before Jesse James and many decades before Bonnie and Clyde or John Dillinger, committed the first murder during a bank robbery in American history. The murder of Frank Converse forever changed the future of the family sneaker company. If you like what you heard, make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. 5 interesting facts about King Tut. Number 1. King Tut was buried with 5,000 priceless treasures, including hundreds of pairs of shoes. Number 2. King Tut was buried in 3 coffins. Wow, imagine that. Number 3. King Tut was only 19 years old when he died and was believed to also have some sort of physical ailment or impairment, maybe due to inbreeding over the years through the family. Number 4. King Tut's tomb is cursed, or at least some people believe that. Enter at your own risk. Ever since King Tut's tomb was discovered by Howard Carter in 1922, it was believed that anyone who dared enter got sick. And then finally, King Tut's tomb was robbed twice. That was even before Lord Carnarvon and Howard Carter found it in 1922. If you like what you heard, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Rolex is renowned for the introduction of the first waterproof watch, the Rolex Oyster, in 1926. This groundbreaking timepiece featured a hermetically sealed case that protected the movement from dust and moisture, making a significant advancement in watchmaking technology. To prove it was water resistant, the founder of Rolex famously had a swimmer swim across the English Channel wearing the Oyster, and the watch remained functional after the swim. Sales skyrocketed, and today the Rolex Oyster is one of the most sought after, especially the original model, watches around the world, and people today still purchase the Oyster. If you like what you heard, make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and leave a comment below. The biggest reptile in the world is the saltwater crocodile. These crocodiles live mainly in the South Pacific and in Australia and are protected from human beings because there's so little of them. These crocodiles have been known to eat anything, and when I say anything, I mean even people and large cattle, although their primary meal is mainly fish and seaboard fowl and animals that are usually pretty smaller. They're known for their death roll, and their 68 sharp teeth will rip anything to shreds. The saltwater crocodile is protected from human beings because we nearly hunted them out of extinction. If you'd like to have more information about saltwater crocodiles or any other reptiles, make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and we will see you next time. During the Second World War, each branch of the United States military had conscripts from selective service that served in the branches, whether it was the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, but most notably was the U.S. Coast Guard. The Coast Guard fell into the Department of the Navy during the Second World War, and outside of patrolling American shores, participated in a number of landings in the South Pacific and in Europe. Interesting thing is that during the beginning stages of the Second World War, the Coast Guard had a number of what they called hospital corpsmen. And if you know anything about hospital corpsmen, they travel with the Marines during combat. Well, a lot of Coast Guard hospital corpsmen served with the United States Marines at the Battle of Guadalcanal. So a lot of these men who were Coast Guardsmen served with the Marine Corps, and it wasn't just the Navy. If you'd like to know more interesting facts about the U.S. Coast Guard or the Second World War, make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. On December 1st, 2023, former Justice of the Supreme Court, Sandra Day O'Connor, passed away. Judge O'Connor was nominated to the Supreme Court by former President Ronald Reagan and served over 20 years in that capacity. She was also involved in the presidential 2000 debate between Al Gore and George Bush on who won, and the Supreme Court weighed in on that decision. Justice O'Connor later retired and then went on to teach some courses and be involved in some judicial review. She later suffered from Alzheimer's disease. If you think about Justice O'Connor and her lifetime of service, leave a comment below. If you have a suggestion for another video, we'd love to hear about it. Give us a thumbs up. The black witch moth, a massive beauty native to Mexico with a 4 to 7 inch wingspan, can migrate from Mexico all the way to Canada in less time than a monarch butterfly travels during their migration. Nobody knows why they do this. I guess they just crave adventure. Also, some moths in the superfamily, as well as some in a few other groups, have an ear and it can actually hear noises. They use their ear to detect bats, their major predator and worst enemy, but they can hear other sounds as well. Quietly sneak up on one of the beautiful and massive moths while it's in resting and snap your fingers together in front of it and watch it flitch and fly away. And that is an interesting subject all in itself. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe below if you want more interesting facts. Did you know that you can actually visit the grave of founding father Benjamin Franklin in the city of Philadelphia? Franklin himself was a long-term resident of the city of Philadelphia, helping find the first public library in the United States. Later on through his career, he was an ambassador in France and other places in Europe. But the grave of Benjamin Franklin is found in Old City, and Franklin was known for the saying, "A penny saved is a penny earned." Well, today when you visit Franklin's grave, you can look through the cemetery gate and see that a bunch of people have left pennies on Franklin's grave. The ironic part is, to get in to actually see Benjamin Franklin's grave, you have to pay an entrance fee. If you like what you heard, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. If you like more interesting facts, we'll see you next time. Did you know that each whale shark's spotted pattern is as unique as a human fingerprint?
Nice.
Whale sharks are the biggest fish in the ocean. They can grow about 12 meters long or so and weigh in as much as 40 tons by some estimated scientists doing research. Basking sharks are the world's second largest fish, growing as long as 32 feet long and weighing about 5 tons. If you like more information about shark, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment below, and we'll see you next time.